And we're live. Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Today is Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. We're going to talk about today, would you rather have no pain or no cartilage? Not that it's really even the best question to ask. However, it seems to be what's on the table for discussion today. We're going off of an email correspondence I received with someone off of the Knee Pain Guru website. And they had an interesting, like a conundrum, like they're choosing between one and the other. And really, in my estimation, if your knee doesn't hurt, what are we talking about? If you don't have difficulty with range of motion, what are we talking about? So we're going to get into this thread that I had going with a person. Let me see. Their name is Alex. Alex writes, this is over the past week, going back and forth. This was regarding cartilage degeneration in the knee, or they didn't have cartilage, or bone-on-bone type of situation and no pain. So they write, I have lots of cartilage degeneration in my knees, confirmed by MRIs. I get pain after doing something vigorous, Okay. We called the internet people last week, and here we are again. Anyhow, let's continue, see how this goes. We might have to record this again tomorrow, depending on how the internet feed goes. Okay, they write, but usually I don't have knee pain unless there's inflammation in my body. I have trouble walking downhill because of the lack of cartilage and lack of stability. So my aim is not to reduce knee pain, it's to regrow cartilage. Your knee club seems aimed at stopping the pain, so I haven't joined because that's not my goal. Do you have any advice for regrowing the cartilage? I will put an interview I did with an osteopath, a good friend of mine, Dr. Charlie Beck. We were talking an hour's worth of the whole concept of cartilage regeneration, pain in the knee, and the focus, both for Dr. Beck and myself, is to get the knee comfortable, and so you have full range of motion in the knee. It's not so much focusing on regrowing the cartilage. The body does what it does when it's in a parasympathetic state or a rested and relaxed state. Okay. Third time's a charm. Internet cuts out again. We're just going to can it for today. We'll redo this tomorrow. We'll try to finish this off here. The focus is not on regeneration of cartilage. The focus is on getting the body comfortable. When the body is comfortable, when the knees are comfortable, it's in a parasympathetic state and it's able to heal itself better. That's how the body heals, in a parasympathetic state, a rested and relaxed state. When it's in pain, it's in a heightened sympathetic state, and it just causes, there's just lots of problems when it's in pain all the time. There's difficulty sleeping, there's difficulty digesting food. It's going to set up the conditions so it slows down the body's healing process. So, Alex, I wrote, my response was, from my perspective, it's very difficult to regrow anything if you're still in pain when you move. Comfort, also known as a parasympathetic state, is a prerequisite for the body to begin to heal anything. And I sent him the link, I'm assuming it's him, to the Dr. Beck video, which I will put in the description box below. And then it said, he replied a couple days later, "Thank you for your reply. I'm not in pain when I move. It's only the day after strenuous or mildly strenuous activity that I get inflammation and pain. Otherwise, I don't feel pain," which actually contradicts what they had said before. They said the pain is, I get pain after doing something vigorous, like a short run after my child, or an active photo shoot with lots of squatting and kneeling. So this points to me that there's a disconnect in awareness, in reality, of how the knee actually hurts, what's going on in the knee, and their experience of the knee. And that happens a lot. The brain needs to disconnect from the body in order to handle the perpetual sympathetic state or pain state that the body goes into. Head to stream. Okay, we're back. I think it's the VPN, which is supposed to make things better, making things worse. Anyhow, okay, we'll dig into it. Hopefully this will solve the issue. So first of all, we have to get on the same page in terms of, are you in pain because you're doing activities, or are you in pain because it comes the next day after strenuous activities? Alex told me both in the same email thread. So a lot of times when the body is in a perpetual sympathetic state, when it's been in pain for a long period of time, there's a disconnect as far as what's going on. There's blind spots. It creates pain. Perpetual pain creates blind spots in our consciousness and awareness of what's really going on. Because if you knew what to do, how to get out of pain, you would. If you knew how to stop the discomfort and the difficulty with range of motion, you would. So Alex continues to write, I believe I'm in the parasympathetic state you mentioned, and I'm keen to support the regrowth, but cannot find any resources on how to do that. That's where I'm hoping you can help. And this is where the disconnect is. If Alex was in a parasympathetic state, there wouldn't be pain at all. You want to keep the body into a parasympathetic state and as much and as often as possible. And that sets up the conditions as to what baseline is for how the body wants to feel. If you're continually doing things, running after your child, or things that are causing your body to go back into pain, what ends up happening is it spikes. The tension in the nervous system spikes and begins to slow down the body's ability to recover. And it's also important to understand that pain is relative, like comfort is relative. And the more relatively comfortable we can get the body, the more apt it is to heal. So Alex may think he's in a parasympathetic state. He's just not in as much pain. And how we do that is, first, it's a three-step process. It's a simple process. We create comfort in the joint by working with the intrinsic movement of the joint, by getting the pressure off of the nerves, which puts the body into a parasympathetic state. Then we look at water, nutrition, breathing, supplementation, exercise, mobility, strengthening. We look at those components that need to support the body's ability to heal once we create comfort. And then the last step is watch the mindset. The mindset piece is what puts the body back into pain, because you want to test how the knee feels. You want to, it feels good, pretty good today. Let's test it. I'll go run a little bit. I'll go to the gym. And what ends up happening is we throw the body unnecessarily into a place of pain. You know when to test the knee when you have this confidence, one, that the knee is out of pain. You've created a baseline for an extended period of time of getting the knee out of pain. And then two, you know, if the knee goes into pain, you have the confidence to get it back out of pain. And this is where the value of these videos is to get you present and understand that your knee isn't as good as you think it is. And this is, speaking to Alex specifically, that there's disconnect for him or her, not really sure, on how the knee actually is. Does it hurt when you do strenuous activities, or does it hurt the next day? They said both. Is your knee in a parasympathetic state, or you're just justifying it because it's not in as much pain as it normally is? Being present to what is going on with the knee is going to be your key to begin moving out of pain. Because otherwise, it's like you keep tripping yourself up in the process because you're not aware of where you're really at. It's like thinking the relationship is great, and then the next day the person leaves you because you really didn't know what was going on. You're like, oh, yeah, they're great. They're wonderful. Him or her, whoever it is. And they're ready to check out because you're not listening to them. You're not being present with them. You're not understanding what's going on with them. And at some point, they finally go, was not there. Your level of awareness was not at a level where you really heard what the other person was saying. Same thing goes with your knees. The relationship you have with your knees is the same like a relationships you have in your life. Let me know on that one. We got a few people here on social media, on YouTube. If you have questions about your knees, you have questions about knee pain, physical therapy, doctor's diagnosis, cartilage issues, whatever it is, please enter those in the comment section. I'm happy to answer those. If you have questions and you're watching the replay, add those in there because I use those for future videos. They're topics we can talk about because it's some place you may be stuck in your process of getting out of pain. What you could do, you've heard this information, you like it, give the video a thumbs up. Next steps you can take, you can head on over to my website, The Knee Pain Guru, and check that out there. All of this information that I'm about to share is in the description box below. You can check that out. I also do consultations to evaluate what you got going on with your knees. We can figure out a strategy for you to get out of pain. And then if you'd like my help and support, I work with clients around the world. I've worked with them on 6 continents. And we work in a private Zoom calls twice per week, private Facebook group. Basically give you homework. So you let me know where your knee hurts. I give you specific videos to work on that will relieve your knee pain today. Relieve your knee pain right now, because as soon as you get the pressure off of the tiny little nerves that are the width of an eyelash in your knee, the pain begins to get reduced. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's completely gone, but it begins to empower you to teach your nervous system, teach your knee how to be comfortable again, how to let go of the pain. And you do this over and over each day, and pretty soon you're no longer in pain. It's a process that you go through because everything you've done to this point has brought you to this video going, okay, I'm not liking the experience I have with my knee. I want a different experience. I'm looking for something different, which means what I'm saying, how I'm presenting the information has to be different. It has to be different than physical therapy. It has to be different than what the doctors are telling you. It has to be different than the homeopath or the acupuncturist or the massage therapist or the athletic trainer that you're going to. It needs to be different in order for you to get different results. And that's what it is. We're working with your body's intrinsic capacity to heal itself. Your body's, the universal principles that allows your body to work that you're in conflict with. And yes, I will say you're in conflict with how your body is meant to work because you have pain. The pain is there to give you a message. Your pain is there to help you understand something. And there's a little bit of a misunderstanding that's taking place. So we need to take a step back and begin to understand those signals. Signals coming from your kneecap, or the inside below your knee, or the outside above your knee, or the pain that's going down into your shin or up into your thigh, all means different tension patterns are going on in your knee, in your leg, in your body. And we need to know how to change these neurological signals in a way where you understand what's going on in your body on a deeper level. Okay, that's good. I have one of my group coaching calls here in a little bit, so I'm going to scoot. Remember, you can check all the information out in the description box below. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Share this with your friends, family, and loved ones, especially those that limp. And I thank you all. So this is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. Appreciate you for being here. I'm going to send a copy of this to Alex so they can check this out, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Oh, I'll play you a little video. at the end here. How about that?